So guys, this is the charge controller which we'll be using for the solar panel. You can see how fast it's blowing. So guys, these screws right here, one of them is for the positive and the second one is for the negative. That's where the solar is going to be connected to. So what you just do is to release it from here and also from this one, this side too. And these wires you see here, we're going to connect it in. This is the first one. Then we're going to tighten it down. Good. So we're going to do the second one. Good. Then we tighten it down. So guys, I'm going to connect the solar to it so that we'll see how much power it's pulling. So guys, this is the positive. My left hand is the positive and this is the negative. So guys, the charge controller doesn't have a switch connected to a battery or to a solar panel. This negative side of the solar panel, you see the charge controller is going to turn on. You can see it. Right now we're pulling around 18 right now from the solar panel. So guys, we're going to connect our battery. We're going to get the battery. So guys, this is our 12-volt battery and we're going to connect the wires for the battery from the charge controller. So what we need to do is the middle one right here. This is for so the first one is your solar. If you take a look at it very well, you see the diagram. The second one is for your battery. The third one is for your lightings. Going to release it and connect it. Good. It's firm. Going to do a second one. So guys, it is always best to connect if you were to connect a light to this charge controller, it is always best to hook up your battery first. First your solar panel. Okay, first the battery, the solar panel, and then your light. The light should be the last so that you don't block the bulb. This is for the positive of the battery. This is a 12-volt battery. This is a 12-volt battery. That's a 12-volt battery. So first of all, we connect the positive, and secondly, we're going to hook up the negative side. So guys, I'm going to remove the phone so you guys can see it. So right now it's showing the battery voltage. You can see the battery charging, the symbol of the battery. The first one is this solar panel to the battery. Right now the battery is charging. The battery is at 12.5 volts. Remember, we're pulling around 18 volts, but right now it's reading the battery voltage. When that's reading the battery voltage, which is 12.5 volts, and gradually it's going to start increasing. Later on it's going to be 12.6, 12.7, and it will keep on rising. That shows, look at it, this positive side, the positive sun is down. The sun is down right now, but it's still going to come up. So that is how you hook up your charge controller. The first one is your solar panel connection. Second one is your battery voltage. And the last one will be for your lights. So that is how it is. And it is always best to be careful whenever you're making this connection. Try not to connect, like connecting the solar panel or the battery. It is best not to connect. It's good to look at the polarity. Don't connect the negative to the positive and the positive to the negative. Most charge controller does not have protection. How is it called? Is it polarity protection? Because it might end up damaging the charge controller if you were to switch off, if you were to make. As you can see, the battery is charging right now. It's 12.6, and we're going to leave it. It will keep on charging. That's the solar panel. Down. The sun is down right now, and it's still going to come up later. So with this, I can charge the battery to its maximum. So guys, we're going, it can keep on increasing. I want it to be able to charge, so we're going to keep it. Leave. Let's watch the voltage as it increases. So guys, with time, the charge controller is going to increase. The voltage is going to step up, but it's charging gradually. We started from 12.5 and now is at 12.6. The sun just came out a little bit. The sun just came out a little bit. So it's going to charge in with full force right now. So with the charge controller, we can charge the voltage of the battery and to check if it's charging, which is a good thing. And if I were to connect, at first I connected this 12-volt PC fan to it. It was blowing very, very fast. And that's a 12-volt fan. So with this, you can charge your battery, charge it full to its maximum. Though as long as the sun is consistent, it will charge. So guys, you can see it now. We're at 12.7 volts. 12.7 volts right now. And we're moving. 12.7 volts. It was from 12.5 volts. Positive connection. Let's see how much our solar panel is pulling right now. So I just removed the positive lead, the positive connection. You can see the solar panel right now is pulling around 14.4 volts, which is a little bit low because the sun is not that much right now. It's a little bit, it's very cloudy right now. So we're pulling around 14.4 volts. 14.4 volts. So it will take time, but when we started, it was pulling around 18 volts because the sun was very, very high. It's a little bit cloudy. So we are going to connect the battery, the positive terminal. Good. I've connected it back, and it might end up entering 12.8 volts. So guys, there you go. This is just a setup to charge the battery. So guys, you can see it now. We are around 12.8 volts. Wow, it's charging. So it started from 12.5 volts. Now we are at 12.8 volts. So it has already gotten up to like 3 volts inside the battery. And I'm using the cells I'm using in this homemade battery are the lithium batteries. The cells I'm using in this battery box, I'm using lithium batteries, the 18650 batteries. Those are what I'm using inside. I think it's around I'm using 4P, which are 4 cells in parallel, and I've forgotten how many cells in 4 cells in series to give us 12 volts, but I've forgotten how many cells in parallel are in there. So guys, you can see the battery voltage will keep on increasing slowly. We keep on increasing slowly. You can see our PC fan. Our PC fan is running right here, and it's still running from the solar actually. So the solar panel, it's even powering the 12-volt PC fan. You can see how loud it is. I don't know if you can hear the sound. Hello, Rota Shoton. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining into my live. So guys, you can see how fast it's running. So the aim of the charge controller is not just to charge the battery, but it's also to regulate the flow of currents coming from the solar panel, because the maximum voltage that this solar panel can output is around it's around almost 30 volts. It's around around 30 volts. That's the maximum this solar panel can pull. So the charge controller, since the 12-volt battery cannot take in 30 volts because this is a 12-volt battery, so the charge controller is to regulate the current, step it down to 12 volts to be able to charge the battery nicely. So you can see, and just with solar panel alone, you can be able to power the system. Like just this PC fan, you can power it for a long time just with the solar panel alone. So it doesn't rely just basically on the solar panel, on just the charge controller. So right now the sun is a little bit down. So if we were to have a bulb right now, this last connection, this is where we'll be connecting the bulb. We can connect the bulb here and it's going to light up. This side should be around 12 volts, 12 volt output. That is what we'll be connecting here, nothing more than that. This charge controller is a small charge controller. This is not the one you can connect an inverter to it. It will not be able to take it. So this one is just a cheap charge controller. It's not like the main original one, which you can hook up your inverter to it to step up that power into 220 volts to be able to power the system. So guys, the voltage dropped a little bit with 1 volt because I was using it to power this PC fan right here. I was using it to power this PC fan right here, so the voltage dropped a little bit, and it's going to fluctuate as a result of the sun coming in and going out. So guys, I'm going to leave it for some time. Later on, we're going to come back to check the voltage to see if it has increased, because the main goal is for it to charge this 12-volt battery right here. You might be wondering why the battery looks this way. This is an homemade battery, and I used the lithium-ion batteries, the 18650 batteries in there, and they are connected in 4 in parallel, 4P. No, sorry, 4S, which is 4 volts in series. So which are 4 volts in series. But the one in parallel right now, I don't know, I've forgotten how many in parallel we connected to it. So right now the sun is down. So guys, we're going to leave it to charge for some time. So let's position it on the phone on our tripod stand. So guys, we're going to be checking the voltage with time. You guys can see the voltage of the charge controller from here. It's around 12.7 volt from the solar panel. The charge controller right now, it's still charging the battery. So you can see the voltage, 12.7 volt from now, and it's still powering the PC fan of around 12 volts. So the aim is to charge the 12 volt battery. So this is the safe way you can be able to charge your battery. I've seen most people connect solar panel directly to their battery, but I would say it is not advisable for you to do that, because this solar panel the voltage do varies. At times the voltage do increase because of the inconsistency of the sun. Most times the sunlight is at its peak. Sometimes it will reduce. So in most cases, it is best to use a charge controller to reduce the voltage or to regulate the voltage. So you can charge the powering of fan and off from the solar panel directly, and we are charging our battery. So guys, when this battery got spoiled, I got this battery a long time ago. So it happened, it stopped working. This was a lead acid battery. And what I did was if you can take a look at the top of the battery case, you will notice it has holes. These holes was where I added new acid in there, battery acid in there. And but what happened was that it didn't charge. I tried to charge it for days, but it was not coming up. So what I did was to cut it from the side, take the top up, remove everything that was in there, and put an 18650 batteries in there. So I connected it to this, you can see this clamp, this big alligator clip right here. So I'm using two of those alligator clip. So I've been using it to power other things. So guys, we're going to be monitoring the voltage. Though, because we connected this 12 volt fan and the sun is not that much right now, it's a little bit cloudy right here. It's going to take a little bit of time to get charged. But it will charge, but it might take some time because the sun will keep on coming and going. So we just have to be patient with it. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this fan right here, and so that it can start charging as fast as possible, because right now the weather is cloudy. So guys, I hope you guys can see the charge controller from here. Oh, sorry, so sorry. The network right here, it's poor. That's why the live stream is not showing very well over your side. So sorry about that. The network right here is something else. So sorry. Please bear with me. Welcome to my live stream. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if I'm trying to pronounce your name. Yugwe Mu Wim. Okay, let me just use Osas. Osas. Thank you for tuning in to my live stream. You're welcome. So sorry about the poor network. That's what we're facing. That's the challenge we're having. Poor network. Charge controller to charge the charging. It has been charging. The maximum voltage of this solar panel is around 30 volts. And since we cannot use 30 volts to charge the battery, so we had to connect the solar panel to the charge controller. So the charge controller is regulating the voltage which we're using to charge the battery. Yeah, I live in Africa. Yeah, I live in Nigeria. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I live in Nigeria. If it were to be some other days, the sun it's very hot. Mostly this during this early of the year, it's very hot. But for some days now, it has been cloudy. It looks like it might rain, so that's why the sun has not been that consistent. So the sun has been coming and going, but most times it's always cloudy. So guys, we have different types of charge controller, but actually this one, it's not, this one is more like a cheap charge controller. It's not like the main original ones, but though it does the work. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Osas, for subscribing. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you. So guys, the charge controller, I got this charge controller from Temu and the solar panel. Though so far it has been working very well, but I noticed something in this charge controller. This one has not been, it's not like the main original one. This is just like more like a copy, but though it's doing the work actually, it's charging very well. But I noticed there are some issues. I've tried connecting my cord, like this USB port right here. I've tried to use it to charge like I've tried to use it like to charge my phone, but it's not working. But I'm going to test it right now. I'm going to test it right now to see if it's still going to work. I don't know why it hasn't been working. I've tried it too. I'm going to try it with a power bank to see if it's going to charge it. So guys, we're going to try to use the charge controller to see if we can charge this power bank, and we're going to be using the USB port. Let's see if it's going to work. First of all, you connect the charger first, the cord first, then plug it in. Wow, it's charging. Wow, it's charging. I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can see it. I'm so surprised it's charging. Like the first time I tried it, it wasn't charging at all. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's blinking 15 volts, 15% right now. Wow, I'm so surprised because I tried it the first time I got this product. I tried it, it wasn't charging, and the sun was very high. Okay, let's try the second port. Let's see if it's going to charge. Wow, it's charging. I'm even surprised because I've tried it and it wasn't charging. Because I started using this product, that was about last week Saturday. I unboxed it, and I'm so surprised that it's charging right now. That's good. That's good. But I noticed something. If the sun is not that much, you can charge multiple things at the same time, like charging this 12-volt battery and charging this power bank at the same time. That's the challenge we're having. So what I'm doing right now is that I noticed the battery voltage dropped. This is 11.8 from 12.5 when we started. It was able to charge it up to 12.8 volts, but connecting this power bank to it just reduced the voltage based on we are trying to power multiple things at the same time. So I would advise when using a charge controller like this, it is best when the sun is at its peak, you can charge multiple things at the same time. Then it will be able to charge very well. But right now, charging multiple things at the same time, when it's cloudy, it's not advisable. You can say it's 11.6 volts. It's not as if it's not going to charge the both of like the power bank and the 12-volt battery, but it will take a longer time to charge it. But though I'm more even concerned about this because we hardly have lights here where I live, in the region where I stay, the light is not consistent. Most times it's even hardly an hour. So most times people do rely on these solar panels to charge like their power bank so that you can use it to charge your phone. That is what people are relying on. And if you have a little bit of if you have a bigger battery, you can use this setup to charge it up. And if you have a small inverter of around 200 watts, that should be more than enough to power basic appliances. That should be more than enough to power basic appliances. Maybe the next video I'm going to bring in one of my 75 watts inverter. I have a 75 watt inverter, so you can power basic things like your charger, like your phone and the rest, and it will keep on charging. So guys, we're still charging this 12-volt battery, but I noticed since the sunlight it's not that consistent, it's cloudy, it's not charging very fast as it's supposed to be. So I've removed the power bank. I was surprised it was charging. Okay, let's see if we can check this. Let's see if we can check the settings. Right now it's not showing the solar panel. Okay, good. So guys, you can see I've not played with the settings. This first one is to tell you the maximum voltage it's going to charge the 12-volt battery to. That will be 13.7 volts. And if we go further, it will output around 12.6 volts to be able to power your lights. So the battery becomes slow at 10.7 volts, which is okay. And it says it can power your lights for about 24 hours as long as it is connected to the solar panel and it is connected to the battery. So it will run for 24 hours. So it's at 11.9 volts. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, the battery is charging. Okay, let's try and check. Okay, this one is to cut off the power from the outputs. The one which will be able to power your lights, you can disconnect it from here. That's good. That's good. But I noticed something. The main charge controller, all these are functions. These are buttons, physical buttons, which you can use for the settings. Like this one says the MCU control. This one is inbuilt timer. This one is full protect. And this one is to set the voltage you want to charge your battery or the voltage you want to be coming in. But I noticed that these ones are not physical buttons. These are not physical buttons. These are just, you can see they're just symbols. They just put symbols right there. There's no buttons right here, but it looks as if there's buttons here. So the only physical buttons we have on this charge controller are these three right here. So that is how you would tell that this is a cheap charge controller. Though it's charging, but it's not like the main one, but it's charging faster right now. So from 11 points, the battery reduced up to 11.5 volts, and all of a sudden it has gone up to It was 12.0 just now. Now it has gone up to 12.1 volts. So it's charging faster because the sun just came up. So guys, when using this, I would advise to anyone you get, any charge controller you get that doesn't have a physical button, I would advise to charge. Don't charge multiple things at the same time. Just charge one thing at a time. If you would charge a phone with these two, it is best to use charge two phones together. That's okay. You can see the voltage just went up to 12.2 volts. 12.2 volt within less than how many seconds? It was just it just went to 12.3 volts. You can see how fast it's charging. 12.3 volt just within 10 seconds. So it's charging fast. Despite is a cheap charge controller, but it's still doing the job. It's charging faster because the sun just came out just now. The sun just came out just now, and we're charging this 12-volt battery. Remember, this battery case, we have a lithium ion batteries inside, which are these 18650 batteries. So that's what's inside this battery case right here. You can see the voltage just went up to 12.4 volts. Wow, it's charging even faster because the sun came out. That's good. You can see it's doing the job. And this solar panel is not as if it's that big, but it's okay. You can see it if my hands were to be closer to the solar panel, so you can get idea of how big it is. You can see it's just, my hand is just, it's a little bit big, but for you to just get an idea of how big it is, but it's doing the job. Solar panel are great because I think the warranty on most big solar panels at 30 years. So you'll be able to use them for a longer period of time. And after that 30 years, it doesn't mean you can't use them. That is by manufacturer specification. Once you're done after 30 years, you can replace them. But after 30 years, most of them are still working. It doesn't mean they get bad. So guys, updates on the voltage. Right now is at 12.4 volt. Right now it's using about 10 to 20 seconds to top in about 1% to the battery. So that is great. Whoa. It's just used about 10 seconds right now to look at the voltage. Is around 12.5 volts. 12.5 volts just now. So it's just used about this was just about 10 seconds. So that is to tell you that when the sun is out, it's going to charge the battery faster. And why I'm happy about it is that it's charging it safely. I'm not bothered because it's regulating the voltage. You can see it's regulating the voltage. If we're to use multimeter to check the terminal of this solar panel, you will notice they are outputting a whole lot of power. It might be around 20 volts or more right now, but the charge controller is going to regulate it to 12 point something volts so that it can charge the battery safely. It is best to charge the battery safely so that you don't get it damaged or spoiled, because batteries are very expensive. Batteries are very expensive, so that's why I went for an 18650 battery. This was a lead acid battery before, so that's why I upgraded it to an 18650 battery. And since it's connected to it, I can charge it safely. The way you charge a lead acid battery and the way you charge an 18650 battery, they are totally different. The way you charge them. Most charge controller, you can set the way the type of battery that you're charging. Are you charging a lead acid battery or are you charging an 18650 battery? So you'll be able to set them to charge each one of them. So you can see updates on the voltage. we're at 12.6 volts. It was at 12.4 volts. Right now, it just added about 2 volts to it within less than, I think, around 15 seconds. So it's charging faster because the sun is out. But though most cases, the sun will go down and it will come back again. Though what I would love to do later on is I would love to do a test. I would love to try to charge this power bank with it to see if it's going to charge. I'm going to calculate the time and see how long will it take to charge. This is a 30 milliamp hour power bank, 30 milliamp hour power bank. I'm going to check how long it's going to charge it. But not today. That will be on a later video. So guys, you can see the voltage just went up. We're at 12.7 volts. 12.7 volts. It's even going higher than expected. It's charging faster than expected. So this is to tell you that even though it's a cheap charge controller, it's still working. It's still working. Hello Rini, Mata. Thanks for joining into my live. Hope you're doing great. Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for supporting. So guys, we're going to be checking the voltage to see how fast it's charging. So far it has been using up to, like, I think the limit is around 10 to 20 seconds to add at least 1% to the battery voltage. It's using about 10 to 20 seconds. That is fast, which means it's not even using up to a minute to add 1% to this battery. So guys, look at the charge controller, the power just went up again, 12.8 volts right now. So this is to tell you that it's charging real fast. It's charging very, very fast. It's charging fast, and it's even charging safely because we're using our charge controller. So guys, I'm going to position our phone on the tripod stand so that we'll keep on monitoring the voltage. Don't know if you guys can see it. 12.8 volts. 12.8 volts right now. So guys, later on we'll come and check the voltage to see how fast it's charging. So guys, the current just went up to 13 volts. Finally, from 11 volts, it has increased to 13 volts. So guys, I was curious, thinking of trying this. I worked on this. This one was faulty. I worked on this one. That was yesterday live, and it started working. This was the one I've been using. I've been using this one for a long time. So I want to try the two to see if it's going to work, because this is the time when the weather is always hot here in Africa. So most times, these are what we use, these fans. Okay, let's see. I'm going to connect them here. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. Let's see if it's going to work. I've not powered it with solar before. Let's see. It didn't turn on. Okay, let's try the other one. You see, it didn't turn on. Yeah, this was what I was talking about. I noticed sometimes you can see it's not working after being connected to it. So this was what I know. Whenever you connect, there are sometimes you might connect something to this USB port and it would not charge, but some other time charge. So I'm even confused. Why is it behaving that way? Because right now the sun is out. Let's try to see if it will power this power bank. You can see it's not powering the power bank, but a while ago it was charging the power bank. So this is to tell you that you get what you pay. Like I said, this is a cheap charge controller. I feel whenever the sun is very hot, it's going to charge, but right now it's not charging. It's not charging, but we're charging the battery. The battery voltage just went down to 12.9 volts because I plugged in these two fans to it. Even though it did not work, that shows there is some voltage inside. I feel the charge controller is regulating the flow of current in this output right here and this one, so that's why it's like that. But you can connect them directly to the solar panel to work, but it's best not to exceed the voltage. The maximum voltage for this one is 5 volts, the both of these fans. So it is best not to exceed the power voltage, the maximum voltage. But though our battery is charging, we'll keep on checking the voltage. I don't know if you guys can see it, 12.9 volts. It went up to 13 a minute ago, but it went back. We'll keep on monitoring the voltage to see how it's charging. But if I were to connect this to the power bank, you will see it's working. I don't know if you guys can see the white one working. And if I were to connect the second one to the power bank, I don't know if you guys can see both of them. They are both working. This one was faulty. I repaired this one yesterday on yesterday's live stream. Now it's working. What I did was to change the motor. I changed the motor inside, replaced it with another one, since the old one which came with it was stiff. It got bad, so I changed it. So this is what I've been using. I've been using this power bank to power these two fans. That's what I've been using, and so far they've been good. I've used a different solar panel to power them before. I've used a different solar panel. I'm going to bring that solar panel so that you guys can see. So guys, this is another solar panel. So guys, this is another solar panel. So guys, looks like I'll be ending today's live stream now. But this is another solar panel I've been using. With this one, I've been able to use it to power this fan. You can see how small this one is. This one is very small. So guys, looks like I'm going to be ending today's live stream right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. So I'll update you guys on how it went. So as you can see, you can see the solar panel, you can see the charge controller. Right now we're at 12.9 volts. 11 volts we started charging the battery. So guys, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hey Rini, thanks for joining in. Yeah, so guys, I'll see you guys later. So you guys should take care.